Holy motherfucking shit, motherfuckers, man. That was Damned to Downfall. Brand new fucking shit right there, man. That was fucking badass, dude. I don't know about you, man, but those blast beats fucking hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. Let's call these motherfuckers up right the fuck now and see what is going on in their world, man. Hello.
Hey.
Damned to Downfall. What's going on, man?
It's all good here, thanks. You?
We're doing good, man. We just got done blasting We Come in Hate. And, yeah, man, what a killer track, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome, man. So tell us, what's going on in the world of Damned to Downfall?
Well, right now we're doing a promotion for the album that just came out. And, yeah, we're also looking into establishing a live band to bring them to the stages. And I'm also working on editing a music video for one of the tracks that probably is going to be out by January, I think.
Hell yeah, man! We can't wait to see that. So you guys, have you've never played live before with this band?
No, we haven't. I mean, it's now with the album. It's like first time we have enough songs to do a live show in the first place, and also up until now it's been myself, Marcus, and Martin who's in the band basically.
So tell us about the history, man. Like, how did you guys get this together, and when did you start?
Yeah, so it started in 2019. So at the time, myself and Martin and we were, or actually are, playing in another band called World in Ruins. It's more crust punk with some death metal. And at the time I was writing music for that band, and I came up with a couple of tracks that didn't really fit into that. They were more like pure death metal. At the same time, I felt that they were kind of too good to not do anything weird. So I came up with this idea of doing like a side project out of those tracks. So basically, I recorded those songs just after we recorded 2 EPs for the other band. And when I were like half through that recording, I kind of felt, I needed a bit of a break. So I started listening to, some other music, pulled up some old industrial stuff I hadn't listened to in years. And then I started playing around with the idea that to kind of combine that stuff into those tracks, but trying to do it in another way than, just, so it doesn't sound like, say, Ministry or Combi Christ or something like that. That wasn't the intent. So the idea was to, figure out some other way of combining those styles, so to say. And then I started working on that. Martin did the vocals on that first EP, which became the Born to Breed EP release 2020. So that's kind of how it started.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. Blackened industrial death metal. I love it, man. For the people out there, the gearheads out there that are wondering, can you give us like a rundown of some of the equipment and stuff that you were using for this for the recording? How did you get this sound, this production, man? It's so fucking heavy.
Wow. Well, we've done everything ourselves, actually. So majority of the stuff is done in my home studio.
Wow.
And yeah, so so we run everything in Logic Pro, and yeah, we use a combination of let's say amp guitars, amp sims, or sorry, mic guitars, and amp sims, and for the drums, for the first EP, I did like the basic drums, and then Martin, who is a real drummer, so to say, he kind of brought some life into those tracks. And then, yeah, for the, then, I mean, it's basically a combination of stuff. So we do use like EC the drummer for the most of the drums. So it's a combination of played and programmed drums, because as I guess you can hear, some of the drums are more like traditional drums and some are more like percussion, industrial kind of drums. So it's a mix of that. And then we use a combination of hardware synths like Mini Brute and stuff like that, and then of course a bunch of software synths as well. So a combination of stuff. Most of the stuff mostly done in my studio, some of the stuff done in Martin's studio, and then back to me, and I did the mixing and mastering myself.
Wow, man. Well, it sounds really, really good. I mean, that's really cool that you guys did this 100% independent like that, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think it came out quite good, actually. It's a bit of a challenge, actually, with a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So I mean, you need to spend quite a lot of time in the mixing to make sure that everything can be heard, so to say, and it doesn't turn into like a big mess.
Yeah, for sure, man. One of the things that everybody noticed right away when I started playing it was the blast beat, man. It comes out there and it just hits you over the head, man. It's so powerful.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean that's how I like it, and I mean I'm always into more shorter, intense songs. So I mean I think like Rain in Blood, that's sort of the benchmark of how things should be done. It's like fast, short, there's not really any, sort of slow stuff, or certainly no fillers. So, I mean, just bam on.
Just straight to the point, man.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about, like, what some of the songs are about, lyrically wise?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess there's sort of a theme on the album, which is pretty much how we sort of are driving ourselves towards our own extinction by various actions, like like terrorism and overconsumption and things like that, and also the actions we take to deal with the consequences of those actions, like drugs and medication and religion and so on. So I guess the theme is kind of dystopian, I guess you can say.
Hell yeah. Can you tell, like, as far as the pandemic is concerned, did that affect anything as far as like how you guys did what you did, or is it still pretty easy for you? Since, I mean, I don't know, like how did that affect you guys as far as recording this record?
Well, I wouldn't say it affected us at all, actually, because I mean, As I mentioned, I mean, it's just me and Martin, and I mean, we do everything on our own. So it's not like we've been sort of dependent on a lot of other people. And you know, in this day and age, you can just send stuff between you and so on. So I think when it comes to, you know, writing and recording the album, it didn't really affect us or prevent us in any way.
Oh yeah. Now, as far as the name of the band, how did you guys come up with that? Is there a story behind it?
No, well, we wanted a band name that kind of matched that sort of theme that I was just talking about. So we played around with a bunch of names, and I mean, as you all know by now, pretty much every damn name is already taken by some damn band somewhere. So eventually, I came up with this Stand to Downfall. Yeah, I think it's worked pretty well, and it's fairly easy to remember and so on. So yeah.
Hell yeah. I love the logo, and I love the album artwork too, man. Can you tell us about that? Who did the artwork for you guys?
Yeah, so the artwork was done by a guy called Jesus Lista, if I pronounced that right, and Rotted Artist, I think he calls himself. And so that was, yeah, I discovered some of his work and really liked that, and then he had a cover that was so it was like half of what you see now in the cover, and then we had a discussion, and I asked him if he could alter it a bit and add some stuff and so on, and yeah, that's how it came out. I think it's really cool. And also, yeah, the logo that was actually done by Rai from Raw Skull Records, and it was done as part of when we released our first EP, Born to Breed, on tape on Intuit Records. So, yeah, Edwin and Rai works together on those releases. So he did a logo actually, and I think it came out very cool.
Hell yeah. As far like going back to the beginning, can you tell us a little bit about your influences? What got you into playing heavy metal, and what got you to where you are right now?
Well, I mean, Martin and myself, we are in our 40s, so I mean, we played together when we were teens in various, no-name punk and metal bands, and then, we lost contact for a while, and then we got together again, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, something like that. And of course, we started playing together again. So as far as playing together, I don't know. I mean, I always been into music, and yeah, we both started playing like in our, early teens, and yeah. So yeah, music has always been like a big part of my life.
What's some of the first records that you can remember buying?
Yeah, I remember Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Yes, and Troops of Tomorrow by The Exploited. Those two were one of the earliest, and then of course the Accept and Judas Priest and that sort of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I hear you, dude. I'm 43 years old myself, and I can tell you, I remember the first time that I heard Number of the Beast. That was what changed everything right there, man. At the time I was into I don't know, like hair metal and stuff like that was being played on MTV. And then I had a cousin that came over, and he was like, "You got to listen to this." and he put on the record Number of the Beast. He put the vinyl down and he turned it on and handed me the record cover and let me look at it. And I just sat there and listened to it, man, and that just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's funny you say that actually, because I mean the albums I mentioned, those were like the first one we bought. But speaking of the first kind of like album like that you heard, it was also through my cousin actually, and we were visiting them, and he put on Accept, Fast as a Shark.
Yeah.
And I mean, my brother and I were like, "What the fuck? I mean, is he playing this on the wrong speed? You know, we never heard anything like that before." And I mean, that track has stuck with me like since then.
Man, that song is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still holds up till today too. I mean, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can listen to it right now, and it's not. It hasn't lost anything in all these years.
Mm.
Oh yeah. So moving forward, what kind of things do you guys have planned for the future?
Yeah. So right now, as I mentioned, so the idea is to look into establishing a live band, and to get out and take this album live, which we'll really look forward to, and then also complete that music video I was talking about. Beyond that, and then of course after that start writing new music for Damned. We're also working together on a third band called Secrecy, so that's more grindcore like old Napalm and Terrorizer. So right now I'm tracking guitars for that as well. Should be out sometime next year on Spike Rot Records. So yeah, that's what we're up to in the somewhat near future.
Very nice. Now you guys are located in Sweden, correct?
Yeah.
Well, looking back on your career, what can you tell us? Like, have you seen any? What's some of the craziest shows that you've seen around there in your area?
Oh, that's a very good question. Well, one very special show that I don't know, it was probably like, could it be 5 years ago? So this Swedish magazine Close Up, they sometimes arrange these shows on a ferry, and I think it was like 5 years ago. They put together this amazing lineup. So Entombed was there, not Entombed AD, but the other guys. Merciless did a reunion. Unleashed was there, and it was completely sick. It was like time travel back to 90 something. So that was really, really cool. Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, there's so many shows you've been to through the years. So yeah, but that whole thing was just amazing.
Hell yeah. I got some questions for you coming in from the listeners. Mike Gilge wants to know, are you fans of Mob 47?
Yes. It was a while ago since I last heard them, I have to admit, but sure. De ljuger. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
What's in your playlist right now? Like what have you been listening to lately?
Oh, I have to think now. I've been listening to Obsession, another Swedish band that just came out with a record. It's really good. What else? Some demonical albums I've been playing. And yeah, besides that, you tend to go back to your old favorite. So there's a lot of like Morbid Angel and early Creator and that kind of stuff, and then obviously some more like electronic industrial stuff as well. Typically the 90s stuff, like Nine Inch Nails, Skinny Puppy, that sort of stuff.
Hell yeah.
And what else? Black metal, Marduk, Immortal, Funeral Mist, that sort of stuff.
Fuck yeah, man. Another question. Lady Red wants to know, would you ever play in her basement cave?
Of course. I really look forward to that.
Hell yeah. She also wants to know, how many instruments can you play?
Ouch. Well, I mean, I do pretty much everything. So I guess guitar is like my main instrument, but yeah, I do a bit of bass and drums and keyboards and vocals. So for this last record, we actually sort of swapped. So on the first EP, Martin did like the lead vocals, and on this one, I did the lead vocals for the first 5 tracks. The last 4 are like a remix of that first EP. So yeah, I do pretty much everything.
Very cool, man. Ashley wants to know, do you have any crazy backstage stories?
No, not really. I mean, for this band, as I mentioned, so far it's just been the 2 of us. And then
Right.
with Word in Ruins, we had a couple of shows with that band, but no, nothing really strange. As I said in another interview, we're not really on Mötley Crüe level yet, so I think we need to get back on that.
Right? Speaking, did you see that film that they did, The Dirt?
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Well, it was entertaining, yeah.
It's definitely not like that anymore nowadays, is it? That doesn't seem like it is anyway.
No.
The fucking 80s, man.
Yeah.
Another question. Ashley wants to know, what do you prefer, bloodbaths or showers?
Probably a shower.
No fucking time for bloodbaths, man.
Nope.
It's too much.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. All right, so what's coming next? I mean, you guys have a video coming out. Do you have a date set for that yet?
No. I mean, we shot it like a month ago, so I still have to do all the editing. And the ambition is to have it ready by January. But you never know. But that's the idea.
Okay. Well, for people out there that want to find out more information about you guys, where should they go?
Well, I mean, we're on Facebook and Instagram, and I would say everything we do will pop up on those channels, certainly Facebook. And if you're into the record, you can buy the CD on Bandcamp on our site there, and it's also out on tape through Intuit Records.
Nice. Hell yeah. What about vinyl? Any plans on putting it out on vinyl at some point?
We would love to do a vinyl release for sure. So, I mean, this time we released the album ourselves, and I know there are like crazy waiting times for vinyl, and when you're done with a record, you just want to release it and move on. So we weren't really that keen on waiting for that. But certainly I'd like to do a vinyl release on that. Let's see for our future releases. We have some discussions with some labels, so hopefully that will work out. And hopefully in the future.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Well, no, I don't know. As I mentioned, if you're into this stuff, please follow us on Facebook. And I just mentioned where to get, the CD and tape if you're into that. There's more great things to come. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Sorry, say again. I didn't follow that.
Can I get you to make us a station tag real quick, where you say something like, "This is Damned to Downfall," and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio?
Sure. All right. I'll do that. And thanks a lot for the interview, Zach. So, what do I say? This is Damned to Downfall, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. Badass. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us. I know it's late or early over there, actually. So we really appreciate it, man.
Sure, man. Thanks a lot for the interview.
Hey, anytime. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Damned to Downfall for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Sounds great.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we do. Thanks.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Damned to Downfall, live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation fucking Radio. Like I told you earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway. If you're living in the basement, tape your speakers to the ceiling. Crank it the fuck up. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you ain't cranking it up loud enough. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Do it like I do right now. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to grab the volume knob, and I'm turning it. I'm turning it right now. All the way. All the fucking way. Crank it up.